The story of a devil. Richard Ramirez, 1980 American serial killer. Richard Ramirez, born February 29, 1960, El Paso, Texas, U.S. died June 7, 2013, Greenbrae, California, was an American serial killer, rapist, and burglar who murdered at least 13 people in California in 1984 C-85. He was convicted and sentenced to death, but died while in prison. Ramirez grew up in El Paso, Texas, the youngest of 5 children born to Mexican immigrants, according to reports. When he was 12 years old, a cousin who was a Vietnam War veteran showed him pictures of Vietnamese women he had allegedly raped, tortured, and killed. The following year, Ramirez was a witness to his cousin's fatal shooting of his wife. Around this time, Ramirez began breaking into homes. After dropping out of high school, he moved to Los Angeles. He continued to commit crimes, and was briefly imprisoned for stealing a car. In June 1980, Ramirez committed his first known murder, raping and stabbing a 79-year-old widow. In 2009, he was implicated in the April 1980 murder of a 9-year-old girl, after his DNA was determined to be at the crime scene. However, Ramirez was not charged with the crime. He then, apparently, waited some 8 months before resuming his killings. Most of the deaths occurred in the Los Angeles area and took place during home invasions. Ramirez's victims, some of whom survived, were often sexually assaulted and beaten, and satanic symbols were found at many of the crime scenes. The Night Stalker, as the killer became known, created a panic that saw a surge in gun sales. Eventually, a fingerprint was discovered that led to Ramirez's identification. On August 30, 1985, 6 days after his last known murder, Ramirez's name and photograph were released to the public, and the following day a man in East Los Angeles saw him and notified police. A chase ensued, and as Ramirez tried to steal a car, he was surrounded by a crowd and beaten until police arrived. A self-described Satanist, Ramirez made various references to Satan during his legal proceedings. He notably drew a pentagram on his palm. His trial began in early 1989, and in September he was convicted of 13 murders and a variety of other crimes. Nearly 2 months later, he was sentenced to death, with the judge stating that his crimes showed cruelty, callousness, and viciousness beyond any human understanding. Ramirez never expressed remorse, and, after receiving his sentence, he stated, "Big deal. Death always went with the territory." He was believed to have committed other murders and rapes but was never charged for any additional crimes. While on death row at San Quentin State Prison, Ramirez was diagnosed with cancer. He died in 2013.